Hi there, my friends. I'd like to talk with you a little bit about carbohydrates and calories. And these two words are often used interchangeably, and that is a big mistake. So I want to try to clear up a little bit of myth and misunderstanding about carbohydrate, calories, and the word carbohydrate and the word calories. Okay. Every food has calories. And carbohydrate calories, protein calories, and fat calories are the general categories of calories. Carbohydrates are foods that come from plants. They're plant-based foods. Carbohydrate calories are or quinoa, as you can see here. Okay, those are grains, potatoes, apples, and this is cucumber. Okay, to name a few. Your brown rice, sweet potato, grapes, all fruits, vegetables, roots, nuts, grains. They're carbohydrates. They're in the category called carbohydrates. So are sugars like this. I have here sugar granules. Okay, I got that at the hotel when I was in Jamaica. And anything that this sugar is added to, like the so-called juice, sodas, and sugar is added to a lot of stuff, by the way. If you just read the label, you'll realize that most things that are processed have a lot of sugar. They use it as preservative, and I personally believe that they also use it to get us addicted, because the brain gets addicted to sugar very readily. Carbohydrates come in two categories: complex carbohydrates and simple carbohydrates, or complex sugars and simple sugars. Now, these are Nutrition 101 that I learned in the nutrition class that I had to do for my nursing program. So there are complex carbohydrates or complex sugars and simple carbohydrates or simple sugars. So that's one category of calories. Then you have the category of calories like eggs. Eggs have fats and eggs have protein. So eggs would have two categories of calories: protein calories and fat calories. Okay? So I wanted to show that to you. Now, complex carbohydrate, well, let me back up a little bit. Our body needs carbohydrate. Carbohydrate is the main source of energy for our bodies, and our brain and the rest of our body could really not function without carbohydrate, because they need the energy from the carbohydrate to function. So it will be very difficult to live without carbohydrate. Okay? Because, like I said, the energy for fuel for our body to perform all its function comes from primarily from carbohydrate, really from carbohydrate. Okay? The problem is that a lot of the foods that we're eating nowadays are simple carbohydrates or simple sugars. Okay? They are the cookies and the crackers and the breads, those baked things, the so-called juices and sodas and those things where sugar granules, okay, and high fructose sugar and things like that are added to these processed foods. And that's what most people are consuming on a day-to-day basis, which is why we have the obesity crisis that we're having nowadays. So simple sugars or simple carbohydrates, or essentially junk processed foods, are bad for us. Complex carbohydrates like potatoes, this is the real deal. Quinoa, wild rice, apple, cucumber, grapes, cantaloupe, salads. Those are complex beans, lentil beans, chickpeas, all kind of beans and peas. Those are complex carbohydrates which the body converts to energy for fuel for the body to function. And that is very good for us. The danger is in the quantity. It's the quantity that makes us gain weight. So if we're eating more calories in the form of more protein, more fat, more carbohydrate than we're burning, then we're going to gain weight, or we can't lose weight. Okay, so it's not the potato that makes us gain weight or can't lose weight. It's the quantity of potatoes that we're eating. So for example, this is a small potato. Rather than eating 1 or 2 or 3 of this, one could eat half. If we're not working out and doing a lot of cardio exercises to burn the calories, we eat half. Okay? Nowadays, you can readily Google online and see how many calories a small potato have. And if we're on a reduced calorie diet, which we should be if we want to lose weight, then we can know how much calories we're getting here. Same thing with an apple. An apple is a really high density, complex carbohydrate food. It fills us up, but a small apple has about 70 calories. It's a good snack food. It's very healthy. It's loaded with fiber, great for the digestive tract, and help us to lose weight because we're consuming low calorie. Okay. Certainly the cucumber is a very low calorie carbohydrate food. Cucumber, spinach, green beans, things like that. Kale, spinach, cabbage. They're carbohydrates, but they're low calorie carbohydrates. So the cucumber has a lot less calorie than the potato and even the quinoa, and I'm pretty sure even the apple and grapes. Okay? The egg has calories. It has protein calories and it has fat calories. So needless to say, if we're on a reduced calorie diet, we would not want to eat 3 or 4 eggs. How about 1? You know what I mean? How about 1? And if we're in a reduced calorie diet, rather than eating a whole half of a chicken or a quarter of a chicken, why don't we divide that quarter of a chicken into 2 or 3 servings? Okay? So I wanted to clarify that with you. Every food has calorie. The plant-based food has carbohydrate calories. The meats, the egg, the animal-based products have fat calories and protein calories. And it's all about reducing the portion of these calories for us to maintain a good, healthy weight, for us to lose weight, and for us to avoid heart disease, which is the #1 killer in America and probably the world. Okay, and to avoid things like this. Simple sugars, avoid sodas, avoid so-called juices, avoid bread, crackers, cookies, or at least minimize it. Rather than having 4 Oreos, have 1. Rather than having 10 crackers, have 2. Or to minimize it and not keep sodas in our fridge and so-called juices. Don't feed them to our children. Make your own juice for your children. Know what I mean? If you want your kids to be healthy and have a healthy lifestyle throughout their life, you got to start teaching them healthy eating from birth by serving them healthy stuff and teaching them when they can understand to select an apple instead of cookies and potato chips and so-called juices. Education is powerful. Okay, knowledge and the use of good knowledge is key. So I wanted to clarify this calorie carbohydrate myth with you. I hope I didn't confuse you. I hope I clarified things for you. And I encourage you to make healthy, low calorie choices. Okay, you can eat most things we can eat. It's the portion that's important and the frequency that's important. Because I like Cheetos, but I definitely don't have Cheetos every day nor every week. Once in the blue moon, I'll treat myself, and I won't buy a big bag either because I'll finish it. I'll buy a small bag of Cheetos and just eat it. Okay, and then maybe for a long time I won't touch it again. Okay, take care. God bless you, and I hope that helped you. And be well and make healthy choices. Remember, your health is your wealth. It's your body. You got to be careful what you put in it, because what you put in is what you'll get out. And most diseases and disorders are related to what we eat and overweight. Okay, take care. God bless you.